Welcome all. In this section, we are trying to understand what is P number, F number, and A number with respect to welding. So, in welding technology, we have to go through welding procedure specification, procedure qualification records, welder performance qualification. So, to ease all these welding procedure creation and its management, ASME has given us the weld number table which clearly defines the numbering system methodology. These numbers P, F or A, these are assigned to weld base metal or the filler metals. Along with that, they have grouped these materials so that the number of welding procedures and performance qualifications are reduced. Grouping helps in standardization of the system. So we can have numbers with us and we can refer to those welding procedure and welding performance qualification tests also. So that means with few numbers we can cover wide range of materials. At the same time, ASME boiler pressure vessel code, ASME BPVC section 9 has assigned a grouping scheme for base metals that consists of P numbers and group numbers. Okay, so what we are trying to say here, ASME BPVC section 9 is standardizing it. It is allocating P numbers and group numbers so that we can minimize the number of activities. We can minimize the performance test, performance qualification records, welding procedures. Okay. Earlier there was ASME's S numbers. In 2009, these were removed. Similarly, the filler metal grouping scheme consists of F and A numbers. So this is something about P, F and A number. So let us look into detail. Let us see what is P number, what is F number, a little bit more detail. Now we know these ASME BPVC has assigned some P numbers to the base metals. If you look at this figure, P numbers are assigned to the base metal. Now, what is the procedure to define the P number? That is purely based on composition, its mechanical properties, weldability, design consideration, heat treatment. All those factors are considered to define the P number value. So, if we list out all these parameters, for example, the composition, weldability, heat treatment parameters, mechanical properties, and we try to relate these properties to particular material, to particular base materials, and we list out the common ones and we assign a number to it, that is P number. Okay, the code assigned the same P number for the material with similar material characteristics. So what are these characteristics which we just talked about? The composition, weldability, breathability, design consideration, heat treatment, mechanical properties. So if these characteristics are same, code has assigned a same P number to those those base materials. So there is a table QWKB 422 of ASME. Okay, while changing the base material from qualified WPS to a new base material, we don't have to go for re-qualification if it falls or it belongs to the same P number. So this is the beauty of finalizing or standardizing these P numbers. Even if you are changing the base material, still you don't have to go for qualification procedures because they belong to same P number. If not, then we have to go for requalification. So if you look at this table, for example, for carbon steel, P number is 1. For titanium and titanium alloys, P numbers are allocated from 51 to 53. This is just an example which have been taken from ASME representing the P number so that we can understand how it is represented in the code. So we can conclude these P numbers are nothing but standardization of material, base materials with respect to its composition, weldability, breathability, design consideration, heat treatment and mechanical properties. So wherever we find these common characteristics, we group them and we allocate a number. Now let us try to understand what is F number. It stands for filler number. Okay, again depending on the composition, its microstructure, right, the F number is assigned. Again, ASME section 9 is helping us to standardize these filler materials with the help of F numbers. So what we are trying to understand out of F number is we are assigning a number to the welding consumables, that is filler wires, electrodes, to reduce the procedure and performance qualification. So once we standardize this, once we allocate a F number with respect to code, we are standardizing our procedures. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. Okay, once we know this belongs to this F number, that means we are aligned with the code requirements. So F number is generally mentioned in welding procedures and procedure qualification records. Then F number on the basis of type of consumable, usability of consumable, metallurgy, compatibility, heat treatment, other mechanical properties. So these are the bases. Okay, once we find out that the consumables belongs to this category, they have similar mechanical properties, they are compatible, right, then we allocate a common F number. But at the same time, with respect to these properties, if there is a similarity, okay, between carbon steel and stainless steel, then we can allocate same F number to carbon steel as well as stainless steel. For example, if you see here, we have similar F numbers, maybe common F numbers for carbon steel, alloy, stainless steel. That means what we are trying to say, this F number will have similar consumability, usability, metallurgical compatibilities, heat treatment properties, and mechanical properties. So once we allocate this number, we are standardizing the filler material with respect to code requirements. Now there is another number, that is A number. Okay, it stands for analysis. Right, again ASME codes give us A numbers, that is chemistry of the mixture, P number plus F number. It has properties which this welded portion will be having. So we are allocating a number to such weld points. From ASME section 8, section 9, this table we can refer and we can get the A numbers. Okay, these are generally mentioned in welding procedure specification and procedure qualification records. So whatever is the composition, chemical composition of weld metal, okay, not of the filler metal, we are talking about the welded metal. This may be a mixture of this F and P. So base and filler metals mixture is A. So we have a standard table in ASME section 9. Here what we can see, once we do the analysis of weld material for mild steel, the carbon steel, chromium, molybdenum, this is the composition. So once it qualifies to this composition, we can say this belongs to that particular A number. Okay, or you can think it like if we allocate A number 2 for carbon molybdenum, then this has to be the composition. So this way we have standardized the composition of welds, which consist of base material as well as filler materials. So this is what we are doing analysis of weld, and we are saying this is A number. So once we standardize A number with respect to this code, our procedures are again standardized.